What's up everyone, welcome back to Elden Ring, and today we're going to go through each stat and what they do. I know there's a lot of new players going to be picking up a Souls game for the first time, and I thought it would help to kind of know what each stat, actually does. So let's get into it. So first on the list is Vigor. This is your health. This is the amount of attacks you can take per life. It's pretty simple. Like your flasks, it's kind of like a mistake allowance. Obviously, the more health you have, you can be hit more, so you can make, theoretically, more mistakes, unless somebody has bleeding like that. Next up is the Mind stat. This allows you to cast more spells and affects your FP. As you can see, the blue bar goes down as I spam spells here. It also goes down when you use weapon arts or arts of war on your weapon. Next up is Endurance. This allows you to swing your weapon and cast more spells. It also affects Quip load, and the higher Endurance, the higher your Quip load. As you can see, the green bar goes down as I attack the enemies, and the higher that is, the more attacks you have. It also will not go down while sprinting when you're not in combat. Strength is our first weapon stat. It affects most weapons and how you can use them, if you can one-hand or two-hand them. Most big weapons require a significant amount of strength. You can see in this gameplay I do not have the required amount of strength for this weapon, just because I'm going to dex build on this character, and you can see how much that affects it if you do not have proper stats into a weapon. Next weapon stat is Dexterity. This is used for most one-handed weapons and bows, but also some rare bigger weapons. As you can see here, this is much better for me, considering I'm a Intellect Dex build. Still get killed though. These things are pretty tough. Pretty sure they're weak against magic and like heavy weapons. Next up is Intellect. This affects what spells you can cast and what catalysts you can use, as well as some weapons. Here's some gameplay of my current build here. As you can see, it excels at long-range combat, but if something gets close, my katana usually clears them up pretty fast. Next up is Faith. This is for miracles, healing, lightning, and now fire. As you can see here, my character has no faith at all and cannot cast a single spell. Last and kind of least is Arcane. This affects item find and certain weapons. As I said, Arcane kind of affects some weapons, some NPC weapons, like this one here. And it's not doing much damage just because I don't have the proper stat allocation. Last thing I wanted to talk about is scaling. This affects how much damage you output if you are scaled appropriately with a weapon. So like, for example, here it says my dex is going from C to D or to E. That means I will do less damage than I would if I were to stay at C or go at B. The higher your scaling is, the more damage it will do when you level up a certain stat. So for example, if I have C scaling in Dexterity, if I level up my Dexterity, it will go up by like 3 to 4 points in terms of damage, and if it was like A, S, B, any type of scaling, it will go up by more damage. And that applies for any stat: Intellect, Faith, Strength, Dexterity, and I believe Arcane. But that's it for this video, just a quick kind of beginner's guide on what each stat does. It's the very basic principles of each, though it doesn't go too terribly deep, and at the end of the day, as long as you put points into the stats you are using most, you should do enough damage for your build. Anyway, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. There will be some more starter type videos coming out pretty soon, as well as a let's play, so I hope you guys stick around for that. I hope to see you guys later, and thank you for watching.